Hello, guys. Welcome to my class. First of all, I want to thank you because you are here and you give part of your time to be here. So I'm going to start the lesson with a little game before we start. So I'm going to send the link to the chat. What do you have to do here? You have to search the words that is required. When you finish finding the words, please send a screenshot through the chat. You have 5 minutes to do this. It's very easy.
Can you send us the link?
Yeah, I already sent the link through the chat.
There are no chat, teacher.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to send you individual. Okay, I hope you have the link right now.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Oh, well, for the 2 new students, we are making a letter soup. I already sent the link through the personal chat. So please, when you finish, take a screenshot and send it to the chat or our personal chat, please. I already created a group. So how is it going? You already find the words?
Only 2 words missing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Claudia. Thank you, Felipe. How about the others?
Yes,
you
I'm already finished the video.
Thank you, Beth. You have 1 more minute. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you, Jamal, and thank you, everyone. So, we are going to continue, okay? Before we start, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. So, Pamela, would you like to drink tea?
Yes, yes, teacher.
Okay. Claudio, should I clean my room every day?
Yes, teacher, or it could look messy for guests.
Okay. And Felipe, could you tell me about yourself?
Sure. I am a good person, a good student, and I am from Atuntaki. I am 21 years old. I like to watch TV series and and meet with friends.
Okay, thank you very much. That's interesting. So, for anyone, what had in common these questions?
Everything is perfect. The modal verb.
Yeah, they start with a modal verb. Exactly. So, let's continue. What is the objective of this class? Well, the student will be able to identify modal verbs. So, let's start. What are modal verbs? Modal verbs show possibility, intent, ability, or necessity because they are a type of auxiliary verb, a helper verb. They are used together with the main verb of the sentences. Modal verbs are used to express certain hypothetical conditions, such as advice, capability, or request. They are used alongside a main verb to change its meaning slightly. Okay, so change the meaning slightly, and it's a helper verb. We use to express certain hypothetical conditions. So, consider the difference between these two examples. I swim every Tuesday. I can swim every Tuesday. What is the modal verb here? Someone in this sentence.
Can.
Correct. Thank you. Well, the first example is a simple factual statement. Okay, it's something that is a fact. The speaker participates in a swimming activity every week on Tuesdays. But in the second example, uses a modal verb, as you say, is can, and this you can notice how the meaning changes slightly. The speaker doesn't swim every Tuesday. They are saying that they are capable of swim every Tuesday if they need to. It is hypothetical. Okay? You can see the difference between these two. This is a fact and this is something hypothetical. Okay? Well, these are the most common modal verbs. We have can, may, could, should, would, will, and must. They are more modal verbs, but these are the most common. Okay, can, may, could, should, would, will, and must. When are modal verbs used? Okay, here I put 4 uses for modal verbs. So the first one is likelihood. Some things seems likely, but we don't know for sure. So we can use but for things that seems likely, but we are not sure. In this case, you can use the modal verb should and must. In likelihood, you can use should and must to show probability without certainty. Okay, it doesn't have to be certainty. For example, her parents must be so proud. Another example, my baby brother should be asleep by now. Do you understand with these examples? These show that is probability with no certainty, okay? The baby brother, it could be asleep or maybe no. So, okay. Well, we can use modal verbs to talk about probability too. In situations when something is possible but no certain, use modal verbs could, may, or might. In situations when something is possible but no certain, okay, you have to use these 3 modal verbs, could, may, or might. Example, judging by the clouds, it might rain today, okay? So the person saw the clouds and he expects or speculate that today is going to rain. The second, she may become the youngest pro soccer player ever. Okay, so someone is saying that she can become a pro soccer player. It's something that it could be possible, but it is not certain. It's understand until here? Okay, yeah. So, for request, similarly, if you want to ask someone else to do something, okay, we use here can, could, will, would to ask someone else to do something. So, here, you start the question with will, would, can, or could. For example, would you get that box off the top shelf, please? Another example, will you turn that music down, please? Okay, so we use will, would, can, and could to ask something to someone, okay? And ability, we use modal verbs in ability to. The modal verbs can show whether or not the subject is able to do something, such as perform an action or demonstrate an ability. She can speak 3 languages, but none of them well. Okay, we use can to show an ability. Okay, she can speak 3 languages, but none of them well. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Okay, so here you can demonstrate an action or an ability. So these are the 4 uses of modal verbs. There are more, but this class is going to be so long if I add every uses. So here we have some rules of how to use modal verbs. The first one, modal verbs always come directly before the main verb, except for questions. This changes. And the second one, with modal verbs, use the infinitive form of the main verb without to. So the first one, the modal verb came directly before the main verb, and the second one, we use the infinitive form of the main verb without to. Okay, so here we have the interrogative form. How do we do the interrogative form? Okay, first we put a modal verb, then the subject, and then the main verb. This is for interrogative. Here's an example. Can, which is the modal verb. You, which is the subject. Eat, which is the main verb. And then an entire pizza is the complement. But this is the principal form to make the interrogative form. Okay, so modal verb, subject, and main verb. Present continuous. You can use modal verbs to the present continuous. So here is the way that we have to make these sentences. First, it's going the subject, then the modal verb, plus verb to be, well, verb be, and then the verb with ending ing. Okay, here's an example. The subject, which is I, the modal verb, which is should in this case, be, which is be, and the verb with ending in ing, which is going. I should be going. I should be going. Okay, this is for the present continuous. Now we have the present perfect. How we make the present perfect? First, we have the subject, then plus the modal verb, plus have been, plus the verb with ing. Okay, she, which is the subject, must, which is the modal verb, have been, that this doesn't change, and the verb ing. She must have been sleeping. She must have been sleeping. This is for the present perfect. And the past tense, which is the simple past here. Well, first you have to turn these verbs to past. So for can is could and for will is would. This you have to take account that you have to change the verb. Then we have the form. So first is going the subject, then the word could or would, it depends, then the verb in infinitive. Okay, for example, I could, I subject, could, the verb, do, which is the verb in infinitive, a handstand when I was a kid, and then the complement. I, the subject, could, or you can put would, but this I would do a handstand when I was a kid. Okay, could or would. So now, it is time for you to practice. You are going to have 10 minutes to do this for see if you understand the grammar tense. Okay, when you finish, please send a screenshot through our chat, please. It's a game. You have to move with the arrows of your computer, of your keyboard. So it has 10 questions, 10 sentences that you have to complete. I think that 5 minutes or 10, it will be okay, but it depends. So please.
Teacher, excuse me. Can you send the link and maybe individually by WhatsApp?
Yeah, I already sent the link. Thank you, Madeline. You have to move your player with the arrows of your keyboard and enter to the correct answer. If those bad things catch you, you are going to die. You only have 3 lives, so if you lose all your life, you fail. When you finish, please send a screenshot through our chat. There are only 10 sentences to complete.
Teacher, I can enter into the word. I don't know. I think the game isn't working.
Maybe you have to refresh the page.
Okay.
Because you die.
But I restart the game and now I check. Oh, I have to start again. I refresh the page.
Okay, it doesn't matter if it doesn't work. You already sent a screenshot through the chat. Thank you, Felipe. Thank you, Jamal. Thank you, Claudio. And thank you, everyone. So, I'm going to continue. I hope this game was fun for you and you play and at the same time you learn things. So okay, so now it's your turn. You have to write 2 sentences using modal verbs and 2 questions using modal verbs. In total 4. Please, through our chat. Yes, Madeline, your sentences are correct. Okay, Beth, thank you. Your sentences and questions are correct. Thank you, Felipe. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you, Pamela. Okay, they are guys who still typing. Thank you, Jamal. So we are going to continue. Rosario and Jorge are still typing, but they are going to send their questions and sentences. So let's continue. So before we finish, I prepare a quizzes and I'm going to send the link through the chat. In order to you to connect, please enter with your name and last name, please, in order that I can see your names here. Okay, Klaus, thank you. Thank you, Beth. Claudia, if you are in the game, please click on the start button. They are
Teacher,
missing.
yes, I'm trying to enter, but Kahoot doesn't allow me to enter. Just
It's not
a moment.
Kahoot, it's quizzes.
Oh, sorry.
You are in, Claudia, because I don't have your name here.
Enter. Let me see. Okay, what is happening?
Just click the link that I sent to you through WhatsApp.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Listo.
Okay, thank you. So we are going to start. Okay, congratulations to Felipe, Claudio, and Shirley. Yeah, most of your answers were correct. Here, almost everyone failed in the third question. The doctor told him that he eat less. He's too fat. Okay. He should eat less. Okay. It's not can, it's not mustn't or shouldn't. Maybe you don't read very well, so this is your fail. But it was sentences so easy. So to finish, I'm going to put a short video, and that's it.
ESL Library. Modals of ability. What is a modal? A modal is a word that comes before the main verb. A modal gives a verb extra meaning. The modal can is a modal of ability. Can means you are able to do something. For example, I can dance. I can ride a horse. I can use a computer. Modals are always followed by a base verb. A base verb is a verb with no ending added to it. A base verb has no s, ed, or ing ending. We use can and a base verb when someone is able to do something. I can cook. You can ride a bike. He can play the guitar. We use can't and a base verb when someone is not able to do something. Can't is short for cannot. You cannot swim. She can't play the piano. They can't drive. We use can, a subject, and a base verb to ask if someone is able to do something. Can you snowboard? Yes, I can. No, I can't. Can he play baseball? Yes, he can. No, he can't. Can the children ski? Yes, they can. No, they can't. When speaking quickly, we often don't stress can. We pronounce can as ken in positive sentences. I can ski. She can sing. We always stress can't in negative sentences. I can't swim. He can't ride a horse. We pronounce can as ken in questions, but we stress both can and can't in short answers. Can you dance? Yes, I can. No, I can't. Can you use a computer? Yes, I can. No, I can't.
Okay, guys, thank you very much for being here, and I hope this class it was very interesting and helpful for you.